This presentation will focus on the participation types available to financial institutions as part of the FedNow Service. It is a priority of the Federal Reserve Banks to make the service accessible to financial institutions of all types and sizes, so we're offering a variety of participation types and configurations. Participation types are flexible. By design, financial institutions may enable or disable them and modify configurations to support evolving business needs. Here's how it works. Financial institutions, or FIs, will select their participation types, which enable specific capabilities within the service. FIs may configure all or some routing transit numbers, or RTNs, with the same or different participation types. For example, an FI may configure several RTNs to be able to send and receive customer credit transfers, while they configure others to be receive-only for liquidity management transfers. The FedNow service includes three main participation types to choose from. First, customer credit transfers. Credit transfers represent a credit push or the transfer of funds from a sender to a receiver. Second, liquidity management transfers, which allow FIs to transfer funds for instant payment needs. And third, settlement only. This type is for correspondents that settle transactions for respondent financial institutions and would like to receive real-time notifications and FedNow reports related to respondents' FedNow activities. Now that we have identified the three available participation types, let's take a closer look at each one. Customer credit transfers will be supported 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, every day of the year, in real time. Financial institutions will be able to support domestic credit transfers between end users for a variety of use cases. These include account-to-account transfers and bill pay transactions. In addition to the ability to send payments, FIs that select this participation type can offer customers the ability to send request for payment, or RFPs, which enable, for example, merchants to request payment for goods or services. FIs may send and receive customer credit transfers and initiate a return of funds. They may also choose to both initiate and receive a request for payment. With customer credit transfers enabled for receive only, a participant cannot initiate credit transfers. They may send a request for payment, however, they cannot receive a request for payment. Liquidity management transfers are interbank fund transfers that support instant payment liquidity needs. The liquidity management transfer value limit will be higher than that of customer credit transfers. Participants will have the ability to specify a value limit, up to the system maximum. These transfers can take place between the master accounts of two participants, or between a participant's master account and a joint account that backs another instant payment service. This will assist with liquidity management related to other instant payment systems. FIs will be able to choose to participate in the FedNow service for the sole purpose of supporting liquidity management transfers. Now let's take a look at settlement only for correspondents. This participation type may be selected by correspondent financial institutions that only want to settle transactions to support respondent FedNow participants. They will be able to receive reports related to their respondents' activity in the FedNow service. Settlement only is a standalone participation type, meaning that, if elected, the correspondent may not send or receive funds within the FedNow service. Correspondents will have access to account balance reports, and for each of their respondents' account activity totals and details. They can also receive real-time notices of debits or credits. Here are some questions to consider. Which participation types make the most sense for your customers and priority use cases? What partners might you consult as you consider participation in the FedNow service? Finally, what capabilities will you support for your customers? To summarize, the FedNow service will allow for participation in customer credit transfers, liquidity management transfers, or settlement only. For credit transfers and liquidity management, you can choose to either send and receive or receive only. Settlement only may not be combined with either customer credit transfers or liquidity management transfers. And remember, participation type is set at the RTN level, allowing for greater flexibility. The FedNow participation types are designed to be flexible and adaptive to your organization's needs. For more information, visit FedNowExplorer.org.